And there are two types of unique query. Either it is about a topic and you are the first one who ranks for it, or either it is about your brand name. In this case, we do both of them. Hello, welcome to another Blue Hat SEO series episode. In this case, we will be talking about actually casino niche and casino industry website that we are actually doing. Technically, this is an exact match domain, and we are using a little bit canonicalization confusion from search engine's point of view. In this project, we are trying to rank for an exact match query with an exact match domain, but the difference is not with actually a single domain. We are using 40 different domains, and you see only one of them here. The important thing here is that when you see that the rankings here are increasing, another exact match domain that we have with a different extension, it is just losing it. The moment that actually this is coming back, the other one technically is again losing it. This is going, and other one is coming back. Basically, we have 40 different exact match domains that are canonicalizing each other with a different type of order and the chain, and they basically tell the search engine that I should be ranking for this branded term, then ranks, gives the signal to the next one, and then just ranks and gives the signal to the next one. I call this actually exact match domain circle for owning a branded term. Why we do that? Because of the historical data. Imagine that you are trying to outrank another branded exact match domain that was ranking for the last 15 years, and you don't have enough level of query log sessions and also for freshness signals in the casino niche, as you know, and that's the reason I will be hiding the website name in this project. And this is just the beginning of this project. It is like 40 days old, and the next one technically probably when I write a case study for this, it will be way later, but once it is completed you will see way much higher numbers here, like 10,000 daily clicks even. And in this case too, technically once we create this, the purpose here is getting a bigger reference group to signal search engine that we should be owning this actually branded term before our competitors. And usually in the casino niche, you will see that actually fresh redirects. An exact match domain is redirected to another exact match domain, then another one, then another one. Whenever actually there is this freshness signal, Google basically transfers all the external page rank to the next domain, and also all the historical data that involves query logs and click logs as well, with all the assigned reference scores. And when you have a competitor with 15 years of redirection, you have to compensate it with more actually, let's say, reference group in your EMD circle, and you should be basically ranking all of them, then canonicalize them, and eventually all these, let's say, canonicalization share will be consolidated and at the end domain as well. Right now, in the first one, you will see that actually the moment that this website ranks, you get more impression every day and more clicks. Then they don't rank you, then they rank you back, but this time we get way less impression, but way more click compared to the impression number. And again, it continues in that structure too. You can see the opposite inside in terms of the CTR. The reason for that is first trying to understand, the search engine tries to understand the relevance of this website to the query group. Once they understand the relevance, they actually rank you again, and they become way much more certain, and we canonicalize to another domain technically. This is like 1 month comparison, but as I said, it's like maybe 5th week of this domain or something. Inside the crawl stats also we can show you a few interesting things there as well. Despite the domain is new, you will see that actually it was being crawled like 11,000 times a day. Then due to this response time issue, we basically lost this advantage, and it was slowing down to the domain really hugely. Then I call this actually basically crawl stats kissing. Basically your response time and your crawl frequency is just kissing each other inside the graphic. The moment that we fix actually the crawl stats or response time, you will see the crawl stats jumps in even to the 25,000 crawl hits a day. Total number of URL here is not even that high, and most of these also will be removed, these two, because this was also another error and bump in this project as well. The number should be less as much as possible with higher value, and you can tell to yourself as well why, let's say, 1,000 URL website is being crawled like 25,000 times despite it is new. If you are able to adjust your content with algorithmic authorship as it should be, you'll be see technically higher rankings and earlier rankings and processing as well. With that said, in this case, I would like to actually mention Navneet Panda, one of the really important actually Google engineers, a person who actually created entire Panda system, which was the earliest sample of the core updates. And as you remember, Google published a document that actually was listing the questions that you should be asking yourself if you lost a core update. In this case, Navneet Panda actually created all these questions by himself. Inside the predicting site quality patent, he directly describes the n-grams. That's why actually we have site-wide n-grams to describe the search engine mention that this website should be having a higher site quality score for that specific group of sites and also for that specific index, because we distribute all these unique and also common n-grams to the website to increase our contextual relevance as much as possible. My cats are also playing around, so sorry for that. I'm not sure whether you see them at the background. And selectively generating alternative queries. This again from Navneet Panda. Basically, there are two different indies for a query, then they merge them and they create a third one. This is what they do here too. They test you and then you are being tested in these merged ones, or let's say extra one. If the results are good enough, you'll be ranking higher. This one is about understanding one term query, two term query, or n terms queries in terms of the time that user spends in the SERP and also inside the website. For instance, this is for understanding the time on the SERP, and this is not this. Here, in this one, you will see actually he is trying to understand the duration that the user actually stays on the website based on a category. When I explain the click models in this case study series, I always tell that Google has different type of click probability understanding and click understanding models, which means that a click or duration of 3 minutes might be signaling sometimes satisfaction or dissatisfaction. For a currency conversion website, it might technically actually signal a dissatisfaction if someone stays in the web page like 2 minutes. Technically, it doesn't take 2 minutes to convert a currency to another, so it should be around 10 seconds actually. So they try to understand this based on category. They understand the constraints of an optimum duration that actually it should be there. Site quality score is about technically unique queries that you are ranking for, and also they assign a site quality score based on the queries that you are ranking and how they are similar to each other. So did you ever check actually how many unique queries that you are ranking for compared to your competitors? When I say unique query, I mean that unique query is only for you. And there are two types of unique query. Either it is about a topic and you are the first one who ranks for it, or either it is about your brand name. In this case, we do both of them because our term is generic and also brand at the same time. And I explained this and its relevance already. This one is about who is searching which query most and first. We are trying to understand the query order with different type of, let's say, timing data. This helps us actually to optimize our entire document network for this query network as well. This is about how many reference query, which means transactional query you have in a unique way, and how many different type of websites also refer you for that specific query group as well. We have more in this case, just we are trying to compensate the lost 15 years by having more as well. And I believe I explained most of this, but I suggest to check Navneet Panda heavily. And if you want to understand him from Google API Leaks point of view, check this quality NSR data from inside Google API Leak. You will see actually what he mentions here already multiple times, like site quality sections. You will see them and you will see different type of definitions. What they mention here as the PQ rating is technically page quality rating as well. And here you will see something interesting too. Page level page quality ratings of a site. Note, this is different from NSR variance, which predicts error of the NSR itself from aggregated site level rating. We already know that they have a site level rating and also page level quality understanding, but they estimate is based on the page that you actually have, which we already explained the meaning of the quality notes in our topical maps earlier too, so I won't be going back to there. This is also important. Site to vector. I already use something that I tell data to site, site to data. Technically, you turn your website into a data form so that you can actually convince Google's algorithms, and this is called site to vec. I also have something that I call query to basically question. So this is about how they embed entire website that you have and how they actually understand the quality based on these embeddings. There are many other things. If you want, you can join to our community, and I believe you should. If you want, you can join to our course and public or private communities. You are welcome to our conference that we will be doing in Turkey this year. And if you are lucky, you can be invited to our Kuşadası Mastermind, which is always invite only. We even don't promote the event, but we'll be 40 people in Kuşadası around September for 1 week in a 5-star hotel all together. So my people, I'm glad that I have the chance to explain these things to you, and it is a pleasure and it's a honor. I hope we can meet in the next time. Thank you.